Looking for fresh, healthy food options in downtown Bremerton? Well, look no further. Hey everyone, Kitsap Sun reporter Christian Vosler here, and I'm at Park Avenue and 5th Street in downtown Bremerton at the Kitsap Community Food Co-op's new location. Volunteers have been working hard to get this community-run grocery store off the ground, and it's finally ready to open this week. We'll take you inside the co-op, plus 4 more stories on this week's Beat Blast. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Beat Blast, sponsored by the Admiral Theater. Store number 1 this week. For the last 9 months, the Kitsap Community Food Co-op has been working hard under the radar to build a permanent grocery store in downtown Bremerton. Now, thanks to over $50,000 in community donations, organizers say they're ready to open by the 4th of July. The first step is this 800 square foot storefront on Park Avenue, which will offer locally sourced food and bulk items.
I mean, it's going to be tiny by modern grocery standards, but in some ways we think of it as the Corner Bodega. We try to have everything that you would kind of your most basic household needs. So coffee, produce, dairy, meat, eggs, all the standard grocery categories will be in this little store. But what you'll find is that if we can source the produce locally, it'll come from a local farm. All of it, sourced as close to home as you can get. But we will still have things like bananas and mangoes that, people kind of like to have at the grocery store. 800 square feet is really, really small. And I mean, many people will say, I don't think you can run a grocery store that small, but we're willing to give it a try. This is sort of a proving ground. It's our next level to get the community excited so that they understand what we're doing and what we sell, and so that they're ready for the next level of fundraising. So right now we have a plan that's going to expand into our full space. It'll bring us to about 1,500 square feet. That expansion plan is going to add outdoor seating along this outside of the store. It's going to add a small deli so that we can do our own in-house prepared foods, walk-in refrigeration, and obviously a lot more product on the floor. Right now that budget's about $250,000 to complete that expansion, and we have a big grant that we've submitted earlier this year, and we are really anxiously awaiting news on, because it would cover the entire cost. But if we don't get that grant, we're back to the cooperative way of fundraising, which is going to the members and saying, hey folks, it's time to pool our resources again. If we want more grocery store, then we're going to have to pay to get our grocery store going.
Story number 2 this week, West Bremerton is getting another injection of housing this year. The Arizona-based Wolf Company is constructing a 216-unit complex in the Bay Vista neighborhood and plans to open apartments for lease later in the fall.
We're excited about the Bremerton market for several reasons. One, there's a shortage of housing here. Our site, we think, has a great proximity to some of the large employers that are close by. We have the shipyard, Bangor, Harrison Hospital, for example, are just some of those employers that will have great access from our site. As the Seattle market continues to get more and more expensive, it's a short ferry ride over to people that need to work in the Seattle area but don't necessarily want to live in Seattle or don't want to spend the money to live in Seattle.
Story number 3 this week, with summer weather finally here, a new splash pad in Port Orchard is seeing a lot of activity. The water feature was part of a $1.5 million upgrade to McCormick Village Park. Kitsap Sun reporter Chris Henry has the story.
Well, we just were driving by and I had been seeing about it on Facebook, so we're like, we need to stop, check it out, and he's loving it. He's having a great time, and it's a beautiful day for it.
Story number 4 this week. Hopefully many of you were able to witness the awesome fireworks show over the Manette Bridge on Saturday. Thousands of hours went into setup for the 14-minute show, which for the first time also included a carnival and live music at Evergreen Rotary Park. Kitsap Sun photographers and Beat Blast videographer Daniela Smith were on hand to witness the magic from the deck of the Turner Joy. And finally, store number 5, what's on tap for your weekend, sponsored by Silver City Brewery Taproom. If you missed the Bridge Blast on Saturday, don't fret. There are plenty of other great fireworks shows happening throughout Kitsap County this week. Paulsbo's 3rd of July festivities will feature food vendors, live music, and craft booths beginning at 4 p.m. at Muriel Iverson Williams Waterfront Park. Fireworks over Liberty Bay start at 10 p.m. You can also stroll down to the Port Orchard Waterfront for live music and fun beginning at 1 p.m. on Thursday. Stick around for the fireworks show over Sinclair Inlet, which starts at 10:15 p.m. And while Bainbridge Island doesn't have a fireworks show this year, you can catch the annual Grand Old 4th of July Parade starting at 1 p.m. in downtown Winslow. You can find a complete list of all the festivities happening around the county at kitsapsun.com. That's our show for this week. Thanks for watching. Thanks to our sponsors, and a special thanks to those of you who read and subscribe to the Kitsap Sun. We couldn't do this without you. See you next week.